All right, what is going on, guys? Fabulous back again, coming at you with the should you summon on the new banner. Now, honestly, I get where people are coming from and why people are upset with the new banner, but I genuinely like the new banner. Not because I think that like this is the characters we deserve or the characters we need, but we're finally getting Stern Ritters, and even though I do believe that Iban as well as Killge are a year too late, at the very least they're acknowledging that we're finally going to get Stern Ritters. I don't believe that they should have come for anniversary, so them coming a month after anniversary, I'm, in my opinion, completely fine with that because I think that they're coming out when they should. For those that don't know, anniversary is when they try to get as many new players back into the game while giving a bunch of events and freebies, and the fact that we're getting a second free 1000-year Blood War character as a freebie is pretty fucking good. So I'll just say that off rip. Now, as for whether or not you should actually summon on the banner, now that is really going to be up to you. The banner is going to be Askin as well as Bazby, Candice, Jugrum, Masaki, as well as Uryu. So Masaki being kind of like the outlier because the other guys are completely Stern Ritters, but Masaki being here, in my opinion, provides a lot more value than if they put in who came out with Askin. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm lying. Honestly, if they put Bambietta instead of this Masaki, I feel like Bambietta isn't as good as Masaki, but I feel like the flavor of the banner would have been a lot better because it's full-on Stern Ritters. And when you pull that speed Bambietta, you feel like fucking garbage. I think that'd be funny as hell. Either way, I think the Masaki's still a really good character. You have Flurry, you have Bruiser 60% with normal attack damage is the soul trait, so that goes up to 80%. You can stack a ton of full stamina damage boost on this slut. And then you also have the boost as well as the barrier skill. She doesn't have multi-barrier, which I think really holds her back. She is an older unit. When did this banner even come out? Like, it's been... refresh Masaki. Like if I type in this and I go to the bottom, November 30th 2020, this character is almost 3 years old. That's insane. How old is Askin? Because Askin came out before Masaki, bro. Askin and Candice are literally over 3 years old at this point. 3 years and 4 months. That's so crazy. So obviously Askin is way too outdated in my opinion to be relevant almost ever again unless he gets resurrected in a crazy manner. He has the debuff mechanic on his second strong attack. He has no invincibility. He was designed for brave battles, but even in brave battles I feel like unless you have invincibility you're not really gonna do much, and the debuff mechanic will only carry you so far. So honestly, I think that if you pull him, he's kind of a dud. I will say that his design is really cool, and his soul bomb, like I feel like aesthetically, this character is cool to have in your box. Practically, I don't think he's really going to do much. Baz B, on the other hand, I do think actually deals pretty good damage and does some good damage into content like Senkaimon, but I really think that that's the only place this character is going to really shine. He has almost the same kit as 5th Anniversary Ichigo. He did come out a week after 5th Anniversary Ichigo, so he has a lunge for strong attack. He has the, was it the 960 second strong attack? He did have it, right? Yeah, he has the lunge for strong attack, the 960 AoE distance second, and his third strong attack is an AoE around himself instead of an AoE distant. That's where he falls short from 5th Anniversary Ichigo in terms of utility. But if the enemies are power and the enemies, which is red, and the enemies are also Ronkars, this character does have increased status element chance, so he will proc burn over and over and over again on those units. So I do think that this character does have his like uses. I just feel like he's kind of old at this point. Like he came out 5th Anniversary, which makes him also 3 years old. And that's kind of my problem when it comes to these fillers. Almost all of them are over 3 years old. Everyone literally except for Masaki. Sorry, I have like a burp. Too much Pepsi. But they're all over 3 years old. On the bright side, like where there is a bad, there's also a good. The silver lining is these characters are all going to are due for resurrections in the coming months, and I do believe that I want to say almost all of them except for Masaki will probably be resurrected within, I want to say 6 months, but Caleb does like to, you know, like tickle their pickle and just like slap their meat a little bit until like people actually start wondering where the hell are these resurrections in the first place. So when these characters get resurrected, I do see these characters actually making somewhat of a comeback. Like if Baz B ends up getting like SP boost 50%, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be OP or anything like that, but he's gonna be really good to play with, even if he's not the meta. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes characters are just fun to play with. Same thing with Candace. I actually love Candace's gameplay. She has the lunge for strong attack, the 960 AoE distance second strong attack, and then her third strong attack is just a standard full screen. It's just a pretty fun kit, considering that this character, I believe, had Sprinter +2. Yeah, she had Sprinter +2, she had weakened defense, paralysis, Berserker 20%, with Havoc 20%. If this character gets something like increased status element chance and stuff like that, I think she could be really fun. The only problem that I see with like these characters is they're not going to hit anywhere near as hard as these other characters that are coming out with Frenzy +2. Frenzy +2 is just such a strong skill that scales just immeasurably with full stamina damage boost, that it's just, these characters aren't really going to compete unless Caleb decides to resurrect them with Frenzy +2 or Flurry +2. Jugrim, invincibility, pierces, does he even pierce invincibility? I don't even think he pierces invincibility. Yeah, he doesn't even pierce invincibility. It's so funny. Yeah, so like Jugrim, he's okay. He's really just a Senkaimon character at this point. Same thing with like Askin, and same thing with like Bazby. Depending on how they resurrect him, he might come back into Brave Battles, but I really don't see it unless they like supercharge him. Like, I think that they tried to make who was the character that came back for Brave Battles, or they tried to make him come back for Brave Battles? Was it Full Hollow Ichigo? No, they resurrected it. They resurrected a 1,000-year Blood War unit. I forget which one it was. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't really even want to research it. But either way, we'll see if Jugrim ever makes a comeback. He's really just kind of like a centerpiece. He's a beautiful art, really cool buttons, like really cool animations. But I mean, that's about it. And that's my issue when it comes to these characters, right? Like, these characters are over 3 years old, so it's kind of hard to be like, he's like, oh yeah, this is a good pull, this is a good pull, because it's really not until they get resurrected and become not really necessary. But unless like you need them for a Senkaimon stage, which at this point can be bypassed with Transcendence as well as like T20 skills, you don't really need to have a massive roster anymore. You just need a good roster of characters. Udium, ailment reversal, pretty cool character, nothing really too crazy on him. First strong attack, I think, was the 40% magnification for strong attack. Really cool because he does have Havoc. Second strong attack is gonna be, I forget what the second strong, I forget what this one was. It's a Vortex something, but I forget if it's a Vortex pushback. I think it's a Vortex pushback. Not really all that crazy in standard full screen third strong attack. Where he shined is that he has this heal to his special move, and then he has ailment reversal, so if he ever gets procced with a status ailment by an enemy, not the floor, then he also heals 20% of the HP after taking the damage from the enemy. So keep in mind, if you have 1 HP, ailment reversal, you'll take the damage first, and then you'll heal. So if you're at 1 HP, the enemy hits you for 10, you die, then you would have healed, but you're dead. So just keep that in mind when it comes down to it. He does have guard break, which is pretty good. He has Havoc 20%. He deals really good damage because of that 40% drag, like drag your face across the pavement skill. But we'll see. Now going into the actual like main banner, I do actually believe that these banners are really, I think they're really good. Starting off, let's start off with Killge. This character does have a strong attack recharge of 14%, so that's a pretty good link off rip. Sprinter plus, like going into the utility skills, we have Sprinter +1, Havoc 20%, Guard Break, built into his kit, Freeze Immunity, Debilitator +2 seconds, Poise, Team Party Heart, Strong Attack Recharge 20% between stages, which is good for content like Extreme Co-op, and IT, IZ, all that stuff. But my issue with this character really comes from the fact that since he doesn't have Sharpshooter, his Guard Break isn't really going to be all that great. Like, in content like Extreme Co-op, he's going to be relying on his teammates. The damage increase, he does have Frenzy +2, so he will hit hard. And then his damage, his special move damage, he does have a devastation of 60%. Going into the actual damage increases, this character does not have increased status element chance, but he does have damage to drain enemies +40%, which is going to be good on his soul bomb. He has full stamina damage boost 20% built into him, which means that at T15 or T20, he'll have full stamina damage boost 45% when you opt in for that, because let's be real here, that's the best skill you're going to give him. And then the rampage 2% all the way to 100%. This character is going to hit incredibly hard after maybe like the first 2 waves. If I remember correctly, his first strong attack is like a 3k link beam too. Not really sure on the kit. This isn't really a breakdown on all the characters. I'm just really just laying out all the information here. It looks like all the characters are going to be relatively fun to play too, which is pretty good. So I'm going to be interested in seeing how that stands. Next on the list, we have Ibanomics. I don't even know. Let's click here, and then go to the top. Let's go to the top. There we go. Alright, so this character has a human killer, which I think is pretty dog shit. Next, we have the soul trait. This character is going to be your farming character, right? He has the, this is not supposed to be speed. This was a mess up. That's what I get for typing this up when I'm like half asleep. Tech, there we go. So this character has Tech Link Slot Potions plus 5, Tech Droplets plus 10, Tech Droplets Drop plus 30%, Crystal Jewel Drop plus 50%, Coin Drop plus 70%. This character is going to be your farming slut. If you're new to the game, expect this character to be your #1 character, like most played character, for a while. Until we get another rotation of someone like this, I don't really see this character not being put into a team. He has a pretty good kit as well, if I remember correctly. We have Guard Break plus hidden enemies, which is awesome. Havoc 20% built into himself, along with Strong Attack Recharge minus 12%. Thankfully, he actually got Strong Attack Recharge like most characters do if their soul trait is not Strong Attack Recharge. Sprinter plus 1. Going into the damage increase stuff, he has Frenzy plus 2 and Berserker 40%, which is nuts, because that means that it's going to scale very, very well with full stamina damage boost. Special move damage, Team Party Power special move damage plus 30%, and devastation of 60%. With the damage to last year to enemies plus 40%, this character's soul bomb is going to hit really, really hard in content like epic raids, like a content like in inheritance trial, as well as the fact that this character should be relatively good in inheritance zone as well. So we'll see exactly how this character plays out in the future, but yeah, overall I do think that this banner is pretty strong. And last but not least, probably my favorite character in this entire banner is going to be Bambietta. Bambietta, in my opinion, is going to be like the next meta. Now, I did analyze her improperly, and I forgot to calculate in Yama's weakening when it came down to his soul bomb. Counting the weakening, Bambietta will still deal roughly 5 to 6% more damage than Yamamoto, about, give or take like 2 to 3%. And that alone means that this character, her soul bomb is absolutely insane, especially considering that this character does not have weaken. She has burn. So the damage that I'm calculating is not even taking into account the damage to the burn ticks that the enemy will take, right? So going into the character, she has a soul trait of full stamina damage boost 30%. She has a captain killer, which means that she's going to be the nuker for Captain Weak. Her going into her actual utility skills: Sprinter plus 1, Havoc 20%, Paralysis immunity, so good for the guild quest. Strong Attack Recharge 12% built in, Debilitator plus 2 seconds. She does have burn, so Debilitator on the lower end. Increased status element chance against speed enemies, and she also has Sharpshooter. The nice thing about having increased status element chance against all speed enemies is usually when you pick this character, she is a tech character, she's 100% going against speed units. You take her into IT, IZ, Epic Raids. What are the enemies? They're all fucking, they're all speed. So there you have that. Sharpshooter in extreme co-op, she'll be able to like proc her burn as long as you're bringing her to the appropriate extreme co-op. Then you have the damage increase. This character has Frenzy plus 2 with the SP boost 80%. And she also has a pretty good kit. I'm not going to say she has the best kit, but she has a pretty damn good kit. And with her soul bomb, she's getting bombardment, weakened defense built in, so double weakened defense, double gamer girl right there. Devastation 60%, damage to burn enemies 40% with the SP boost plus 80% guaranteed to proc when you proc her special move, as long as the enemies are not immune to burn, which they usually aren't unless it's IT and K-Lab decides to cuck her like they did Cacao Society Ulquiorra when he came out, when the enemies were immune to drain, as well as Candice when they finally decided to come out with Heart IT, because for those that don't know, IT was week based, not daily based. Oh, that was such a pain in the ass. They came out with Heart IT for a week, and Candice was like the best character out at the time for Mind, and she couldn't paralyze the enemies. K-Lab. Oh, K-Lab. I swear, K-Lab infuriates me sometimes. But yeah, no, I mean, this is going to be pretty much the banner. I really do believe that this banner is worth summoning on. I don't know how deep it's worth summoning on. After 25 steps, you are guaranteed a 100% selector on who you want. it will literally pull all 3 of these characters and you will select one of the 3. Unfortunately, it is 25 steps, so it is a lot, but finally KLab is offering a type of pity, even though most of us aren't going to be able to hit it. If this is going to have, if all the banners are going to have pity going forward, this does mean that you can finally save your orbs with the knowledge that you won't get completely fucked when you summon on a banner. The amount of times I've seen people complain to me about 25 steps didn't pull Bruno is insane. I genuinely feel really bad whenever I hear that. So if KLab offers a guaranteed after 25 steps, I'll take it. I do hope that at some point they make it so that you get a banner at step 10 with the selector at step 25. I think that that would be fair, and it would also force people to pick and choose when or not they want to summon. Because like I do want to summon, and like as much as I like to go to step 10, realistically I'm at the point in my I'm getting old, right? I'm at the point in my life where I don't feel like I need every single character to be satisfied. At this point, I'm good with like I'm good with just being able to have the opportunity to play the characters, chill, and yeah, I mean I'm just grateful to have this platform. I really am. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So where I'm at right now, I do 6 steps on a banner if I get a banner character. If I don't, I'll be sad, but I no longer have that illogical, disgusting need to burn money on a mobile game that clearly does not respect my money. You know what I'm saying? I did pick up Baldur's Gate 3, so if y'all want to watch me stream that, I might stream that. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna leave it at that. As Brian, I'll catch you. Remember, stay blessed, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. If y'all enjoyed this video, you have a great day. See y'all.